Hello and welcome to Everyday Tarot, your daily dive into the divine wisdom of the tarot. I'm your host, Camille A. Saunders, healer, tarot enthusiast, and professional witch, and today I'm answering the question, how do I use tarot as a therapist? Whether you're a seasoned tarot reader or just starting to explore, this podcast offers daily insights, intuitive messages, and practical advice drawn from the cards. Each episode is designed to help you connect with your inner wisdom, find clarity in your decisions, and tap into the energy of the universe. Tune in every day, Monday through Friday, for fresh perspectives and empowering guidance from the tarot as interpreted by me. If you love the show, the best way to support it is by listening daily, leaving a review, and subscribing or following in your favorite podcast app. I am offering a 12-week Tarot for Transformation live course starting at the end of September. You deep dive the first 12 of the major arcana cards with me as we embody archetypes and learn how to transform ourselves through the tarot. If you sign up by September 12th, you get 25% off with code EARLYBIRD, and you can check out the full details with the link in the show notes. If you're interested in crafting your own tarot cards as fall approaches and you're feeling your creativity come back, you can go ahead and get my full workshop, including the hour-long recording with my step-by-step method, examples of the cards I've created, journaling questions, and PDF to walk you through it for just $33. You can click on the link in the show notes to purchase now. I just updated my Patreon benefits to be bigger than better than ever, so if you want an individual card pulled for you once a month live on the podcast, join the Everyday Tarot Patreon family at the Lovers level. If you'd like to support the podcast even further, you can get a one-time individual 5-card reading in addition to all the other benefits if you join the Witch Witch level on the Patreon. I recently did the New Moon and Virgo collective tarot reading on August 21st. 2025. So if you want to catch the replay, the link is in the show notes for that. And I'll be doing those every new moon, probably within 24 or 48 hours of the new moon, and I'll schedule them beforehand or ahead of time. So every time there's a new moon, check my Instagram and YouTube channel, or if you get my newsletter, that's a good way to get the link to watch it live with me or to catch the replay afterwards. If you're local, you can check out my Let's Talk Tarot meetup group. Come chat with other tarot enthusiasts, bring your favorite decks, and play with tarot and oracle decks together. If you're interested in celebrating the full moon, I'll be holding a full moon women's circle for the rest of 2025. Join my colleague Izzy and I under the glow of the full moon for an evening of connection, reflection, and ritual. This gathering is a space for all women. We'll be meeting at Thresholds Collective in Tacoma the first Sunday of the month to welcome in the full moon together. And the dates are September 7th, October 5th, November 2nd, and December 7th. And if you pay for all 4 circles in advance, you get a 10% discount. If you're interested in joining my newsletter, that's where you can always get the most up-to-date information on upcoming events, presentations, museums, and more. You will get alongside that my free PDF with the 2025 5-card tarot spread I created just for you, my lovely listeners, at the beginning of this year. If you don't already know, I'm a sex and relationships therapist and coach, seeing clients virtually all over from my home office. I love working with queer, poly, and witchy clients, so if you'd like to work with someone that doesn't judge you, is witchy just like you, and helps you learn how to deal with anxiety, chronic pain or illness, communication issues, self-advocacy, and sex, head to my website and book a free consultation now to start your journey. You can find the links for any of these offers in the show notes or on my website, CamilleSaunders.com/everydaytarot, in addition to the images of the cards I pull for each episode. Well, welcome to season 14, where I'm answering all of your most frequently asked tarot questions. If you haven't listened to my other seasons yet, you can check those out. The most relevant ones for if you're enjoying this season and want some similar content. In season 1, I talked tarot basics. In season 10, I talked tarot and witchcraft. And season 13, I talked about divination in the Harry Potter series and talked about a lot of different methods of divination and how they're represented in the series. So yeah, this is the season where I'm asking all your frequently asked tarot questions. I'm answering them. That's what I mean. And today I'm talking about how do I use tarot as a therapist. So I really just got started doing this last spring or summer 2024. And that was really also what kicked off kind of my excitement about talking about tarot more, having a meetup group about tarot, doing tarot crafting events, having a podcast about tarot. So I attended a Therapist Who Tarot retreat put on by Drea Bloom and Rebecca Bloom. Rebecca Bloom is local to me, lives in the Seattle area. And they sort of split the retreat between different things. So this retreat was in North Bend, a little kind of outside of the Seattle area in the woods. I think they're actually holding the retreat like right now as I'm recording this. I was looking up to see if I could find the info for the next retreat. But I think they've done, so I went to one in like May of 2024. I believe they've done one other one. And then I think, yeah, there's literally one happening right now at the beginning of September of 2025. I put the link in the show notes for the therapistwhotarot.com/Northbend website. Right now it is like not active because I think they are doing the retreat right now and they haven't announced the next one. But I believe if you go to that link and if they have another one scheduled, that is where it will be. And if not, you can always contact Drea Bloom. So I've linked Drea Bloom's current offerings. So they're really the one that taught this sort of like clinical aspects of how to sort of like ethically do tarot with therapy clients and sessions. And they have created a lot of workshops, like with continuing education credits for therapists, as well as books. They've written a lot of books. They mostly self-publish on Amazon. And so they're like fairly cheap options and they put out a lot of content. So that's a great place to go. So I linked Drea Bloom's website. And again, they have some upcoming trainings about how clinical and ethical applications of the cards, doing tarot activities in sessions with clients. They talk about, do you want to use tarot cards with your therapy clients but aren't sure how? Maybe you're intimidated because you don't think you're a tarot expert, or you're worried about doing tarot in session with clients. So they actually have written a book called the Tarot Activity Book, which is sort of different activities to do with clients. I have some clients right now where we sort of are working through some of those activities. It's very fun. And yeah, mostly I updated kind of my own website information and listings and directories to include tarot as an option for things to do in sessions. And so since then, I've sort of had clients come in that are interested in tarot or do tarot on their own and have sort of asked me to do it in session. I also, like in my background, literally of like my videos and stuff with clients, I have a lot of tarot cards and like tarot paraphernalia, I would say. So people kind of know, or at least if they're into it, they will sort of clock those things. But yeah, it's not very hard to do. I mean, as a therapist, we speak a lot in metaphor. Tarot cards are like a projective technique. So they can be used in like art therapy or narrative therapy, internal family systems, in like different psychology, like clients' belief or spiritual systems. And really a projective technique is designed to like increase insight into the individuals and then the individual's insight into themselves. And this can be done with clients by like using sort of different stimuli, and tarot is a way, right? It's a projective device like the cards too, that are based on imagery and metaphor, which again, if you know tarot, you kind of know those things to be true, but this is just sort of how it gets applied in therapy sessions. So, and if you're wondering, if you're like, I'm not a therapist, but I want to I want to use tarot in my sessions with my therapist, I'm going to talk about that next episode. So, but yeah, spoilers is just like, you can ask them, or you can like search when you're looking for a therapist if someone is interested in doing tarot, or if they, use words like witchy or spiritual or woo woo or like anything like that. Like that's probably a good sign. Yeah, but basically just like the way you use tarot in sessions is it's very versatile. Again, it's sort of like, here's a set list of archetypes and different things. And yeah, there's different ways to do that. So by going to the retreat, which again, for me, I believe it was like 4.5 days. It was beautiful. It was like a lodge in the woods. And about half the people were local and about half the people had kind of like traveled from all over the United States to come to this retreat to learn how to do tarot in sessions with clients. And again, there was a wide variety of people that had been doing tarot forever, grew up doing it, versus some people that were like, I'm interested, but I've literally never done it and didn't have a deck. So that was very, very cool to see. And it just really helped me like lean into that like part of myself. And yeah, feel comfortable like advertising in marketing and on my website that I do this and different things like that. And then, yeah, I've had a lot of fun. So when I went to the retreat, we got this basically clinical and ethical applications of the cards, continuing education information as well. So every morning we would do like 3 hours of content about the clinical and ethical applications of the cards, how to do it, what activities. We did a lot of them ourselves or did journaling and kind of figured out how to do that. And then in the afternoon with Rebecca Bloom, who does the art. So there's also a therapist who tarot deck, which you can find as well. Andrea Bloom did the prompts on the back. So instead of having the back of every card be the same, there are different like journaling questions basically, or thought-provoking questions on the back of each card. And then on the front are beautiful watercolor paintings by Rebecca Bloom. So Rebecca, in the afternoons, we basically just did like 3 hours of tarot card crafting, collaging, making our own cards. And I like sort of became obsessed, and like this is what I do now as part of my meetup group. Whenever we do crafting together, I bring all this collage material and books of mine and reference material, and then we just like sit and collage craft our own tarot cards for 2 hours. And so yeah, this event was very inspiring to me. And again, like I said, Drea Bloom has a lot of current offerings. They have tarot activity books. They have, when I'm talking about my Tarot for Transformation course, I'm going to be working out of one of Drea Bloom's books that's called Tarot for Transformation, going through each of the major arcana cards as like a way for self-growth and things like that. So again, if you want to you want more, you want to deep dive with me, like that is, again, a lot of my inspiration comes from that. And then, yeah, I linked Drea's website. If you're a therapist, you can get continuing education credit for this tarot activities workshop, which is like amazing. It's super affordable. Drea does most of their stuff through Cascadia trainings. They also have tarot and acceptance and commitment therapy if you're into ACT and that sort of style. They also have other trainings that are more therapy and less tarot. They also run a witchy therapist summit. So they have a lot of things available for therapists that are witchy and into tarot. But yeah, let's go ahead and pull a card today about what can we learn from our chat today. I'm gonna go grab one of my decks. Well, let me appropriately grab the Therapist Who Tarot deck, which is very well used. My box is literally falling apart. I'm gonna have to get a drawstring back for my deck because I really like it, but the box is well used. And like I said, so these cards are beautiful. So Rebecca Bloom did the watercolor paintings on one side that are fairly traditional Rider-Waite Smith style with watercolor. And then Drea Bloom did the prompts on the back. So there was no tarot guidebook, which is also kind of nice because you can use it even if people don't really know tarot or the structure of it. All right, what did I pull today? Justice, which it says is about balance. And the prompts on the back are, what gift can you give another person this week? What gift can you give yourself? And what is the best gift that you've ever received? So this is kind of how the cards work. I will take a picture of both the front and the back so you can see it on my Instagram or on my website if you want to check them out. And I can also link to the Therapist Who Tarot deck. I believe they just sell it like through Etsy or something like that, but they will mail you the deck, and I really like it. So again, if you're a therapist who wants to do tarot and you want this deck, you see clients in person, or you want to support these folks that are teaching others how to do tarot as a therapist, then you can grab their tarot deck from them. I was able to get it when I was at the retreat, which was super fun. So if you'd like to join me on the journey of using the tarot for transformation, deep diving into one of Drea Bloom's books, click on the link in the show notes to indicate your interest. We'll be working together for 12 weeks of calls and journaling to discover what happens when we want to transform our lives through the tarot. Links for the tarot decks I talk about will always be in the show notes and on my website if you'd like to look at them or purchase them. And thanks for joining me today on Everyday Tarot. Just as a reminder, the podcast comes out daily, Monday through Friday for all of 2025. You can email me, me@CamilleASaunders.com with your thoughts, questions, and more. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.